So you're heading to Yoshi's in Oakland on October 14th.
Yeah.
To see Carl Fischer. See, I knew you were a music fan. But I have a feeling you're going to love this deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
Most people know Carl as like the phenomenal trumpet player for Billy Joel, right?
Right.
But this is all about what else he does musically.
Yeah, we're going to explore some fascinating aspects of his career beyond that, for sure. Like his band, Sunshine City Brass.
Oh, yeah.
And other projects, that really highlight how versatile he is as a musician.
Yeah, and we've got some cool stuff to pull from, like this bio from Sunshine City Brass. We'll take some sneak peeks into Carl's official website and even a little something from Billy Joel's page to kind of set the stage. So get ready for a journey through sunny St. Pete, iconic trumpet tributes, and maybe even a surprise or two along the way.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to see how much more there is to Carl Fischer than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Even for those, like, die-hard Billy Joel fans.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
They might be surprised.
Totally. And speaking of Sunshine City Brass, let's talk about this band. This sound.
Yeah.
They've got kind of a very unique blend of musical flavors, don't you think?
Yeah, they do. It's like New Orleans jazz met New York energy, and then they decided to have a beach party in Florida.
Right.
It's a really cool sound.
So is that St. Pete vibe coming through?
For sure. You know what's funny, though?
What's that?
Carl's original vision for the band was actually quite different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in 2013, he was picturing them like parading down Central Avenue and then culminating in this big finale at a place called The Garden.
Really? Like a parade?
Yeah.
Wow. That would have been something else.
Right. Unfortunately, The Garden closed down. And, with Carl's schedule already, touring with not only Billy Joel, but Blood, Sweat and Tears, and Diana Ross.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the Sunshine City Brass dream was put on hold for a bit.
Can you imagine juggling all that? Talk about a packed schedule.
Yeah, right. But then 2020 happened.
Exactly.
And life had other plans for everybody.
It certainly did. And that's where the story of Sunshine City Brass takes a very interesting turn. Because faced with this global pandemic and lockdowns, Carl, like many musicians, turned to virtual connections.
Right. And from those quarantine sessions, as they called them, Sunshine City Brass was born.
Talk about creativity finding a way to bloom, even in the midst of all that uncertainty, right? It's kind of inspiring, actually.
Yeah.
Like their first hit, Down by the Riverside, that really took off.
Yeah.
During those early quarantine days.
It did.
And I bet that resonated with people in a big way.
Absolutely. I think it really captured that spirit of resilience and hope that people really needed at that time. And, talk about talent. Carl actually recorded himself playing 7 different horn parts for that track.
7 different parts.
7.
Wow, that's wild. It's like having a one-man brass band.
I know.
Right there in your studio.
You know what's really interesting, though?
What's that?
While those virtual sessions were really the catalyst for Sunshine City Brass getting started,
right,
they didn't actually stay online for long.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They quickly transitioned to doing live performances.
They weren't messing around. Sold-out shows at places like Ruth Eckerd Hall.
Yeah. Not at all. And their residency at O'Maddy's has become legendary.
Yeah, I bet.
It's just this incredible blend of, structured performance, but then also spontaneous collaboration.
Right.
They have these surprise guests that pop up all the time.
I heard about them having former Yankee Bernie Williams join them on stage.
Yeah.
Talk about a mix. That's not something you see every day.
No, you don't.
And it really seems like these guys are all about community within the music scene and beyond. Remember Hurricane Ian?
Oh, yeah. How could we forget?
Devastated this region.
Yeah, it's awful.
And Sunshine City Brass, they stepped up in a big way, right?
Oh, yeah, they did.
They organized that benefit concert that raised over $17,000.
And I think maybe we should shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
And dive into some of Carl's solo work now.
Yes. There's a lot to unpack there.
I know, right?
His website is like a treasure chest
It is.
of musical projects.
It's so cool. There's something there for everyone.
What caught your eye first when you were looking through all this material?
I was immediately drawn to his Maynard Ferguson Spirit Medley.
Ah, very cool.
Which he released on the 16th anniversary of Maynard Ferguson's passing.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was just such a touching tribute.
Now, for those who don't know, Maynard Ferguson was like the high note king of the trumpet.
Yes.
I mean, talk about an influence. That's incredible.
And you know what? That medley is actually part of an even bigger project he has called Tribute to Evolutionary Trumpet Icons.
Oh, wow.
And he covers legends like Louis Armstrong,
okay,
Miles Davis,
wow,
and of course, Maynard.
Now, that is what I call a deep dive into trumpet history.
Yeah.
But speaking of like iconic trumpet melodies, we have to talk about his rendition of What a Wonderful World.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
It's just beautiful. It really is. And it's amazing how he takes such a well-known classic and breathes new life into it, you know?
Yeah.
Makes it his own.
Yeah, both the radio edit and the extended play versions are fantastic.
Yeah, I like them both.
And the music video, don't even get me started.
Right.
It's just so well done.
Absolutely. And it's not just his peers who are taking notice.
Really?
Yeah, his website actually has a quote from Billy Joel himself.
Oh, wow.
Praising Carl's musical talent and the success of his album Adverse Times.
Which, by the way,
yeah,
if you haven't listened to Adverse Times, do yourself a favor, check it out. You will not be disappointed. Let's not forget why we're here.
Oh, that's right.
We're getting ready for this Yoshi's Oakland show. It's happening October 14th. And this is a pretty big deal.
It is.
Because this isn't just Carl backing up some other artist. This is his show.
This is Carl Fischer. So mark your calendars, folks. Monday, October 14th. Doors open at 7 p.m. at Yoshi's Oakland.
And word on the street is that this show is going to be something special.
I heard that too. It sounds like it's going to be an incredible night of music.
It really does.
Yeah.
So what have we learned about Carl Fischer today?
What haven't we learned?
I mean, this is a guy who's more than just a phenomenal trumpet player.
Yeah.
He's a talented composer.
Yes.
Arranger, band leader, with this deep respect for music history.
Oh, absolutely.
And a passion for collaboration, right?
Yes.
And, you know, we can't forget about his dedication to his community.
Oh, yeah.
That Hurricane Ian benefit concert really says it all. This is a guy whose music is all about bringing people together.
Yeah, you're right, for sure. Whether it's through his music or his collaborations or just, like you said, his community involvement connection seems to be at the heart of everything he does.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see an artist who is so passionate and so dedicated to their craft.
Absolutely.
And speaking of passion, I know you love a good deep dive.
Uh-huh.
What's something you learned about Carl Fischer today that really stood out to you?
That's a good question. I think for me, what's most impressive is how he's managed to forge his own unique path.
Right.
While still honoring all those traditions that came before him.
Yeah.
Like, he isn't afraid to push boundaries
Mm-hmm.
and explore different genres, but you can always hear that foundation of jazz.
Right.
And that deep respect for all the greats who came before him.
It's true. It's like he's taken all these different influences.
Yeah.
New Orleans, New York, St. Pete, those legendary trumpet players.
Right.
And kind of blended them all into something that's totally his own.
Exactly. And that's what makes him so dynamic.
Yeah.
And so exciting to watch.
For sure.
Like, who knows what kind of sonic surprises he'll dream up next?
Well, one thing's for sure, that Yoshi's Oakland show is the place to be to see it all firsthand. So if you haven't grabbed your tickets yet, what are you waiting for? So to kind of wrap things up here.
Okay.
If you're looking for a musical experience that is both deeply rooted, but also wildly innovative, Carl Fischer is your guy.
For sure.
From Sunshine City Brass to these solo projects and those incredible trumpet tributes.
Right.
This is a musician who is constantly pushing boundaries. And who knows, maybe this deep dive will inspire you to explore some of those musical gems hiding in plain sight. Something to think about. Until next time, keep exploring, keep listening, and keep those musical discoveries coming.